Okay, so imagine this, right? You get hit with a bad diagnosis, but instead of dreading treatment, your doc's like, hold on, I've got this algorithm, designs a personalized cure just for you. Wild, huh?
It'd be a total game changer.
Totally. And that's kind of what we're diving into today, this whole world of artificial general intelligence, AGI for short.
And it's a whole different ball game from the AI we're used to seeing around, that's for sure. Like right now, we've got AI that can crush it at chess, no problem.
Right, like superhumanly good.
Exactly. But ask that same AI to, like, make you a coffee.
Good luck with that.
Exactly. So it's like these AIs, they're crazy good at one thing,
Yeah.
but totally clueless outside of their lane.
Total specialists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas AGI, that's like the dream of a machine that can learn and adapt like we do across the board.
And from what we've been reading, if researchers can actually crack that, the payoff is kind of mind-blowing.
Yeah, the potential is huge, no doubt.
Like, we're talking solutions to stuff that just seems impossible right now. Climate change solutions that are, like, tailored to each ecosystem.
Right.
Economies that actually benefit everyone. Some experts are even talking about reversing aging. It's a lot.
Yeah, and while those are all super exciting possibilities, it's important to remember that AGI is, right now, still a baby. Think of it this way. Current AI is like you teach a parrot to say climate change.
Okay, I'm with you.
The parrot, it's mimicking the words, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't actually get the underlying concepts, the urgency.
Right. It's just repeating sounds.
Exactly, just patterns and data points.
So true.
But AGI, theoretically, AGI would be able to grasp those concepts, analyze those crazy complex systems, and come up with solutions that are just beyond us right now.
Okay, so that's both exhilarating and a little terrifying at the same time. Like, if it can think that far beyond us, what happens to, like, the job market? I mean, we all saw what happened when automation hit factories, right? Are teachers, lawyers, even CEOs, are they all just going to be replaced by algorithms?
It's a huge concern, and rightfully so. Because, yeah, the potential for job displacement with AGI is massive. And we're not just talking about, like, manual labor being replaced this time.
Right, it's the thinking jobs, too.
Exactly. Even professions that take years of training.
So, okay, that's a lot to process. On one hand, we're talking about curing diseases and, like, solving all these global crises. But then on the other, a lot of us could be out of work. That's a lot for people to get their heads around.
It is. It's a tough one. But here's the thing, right? Think about when the internet first started becoming a big deal. Could anyone have predicted, like, social media managers as a job?
True.
App developers, YouTubers making a living? No way.
Uh-huh.
So AGI, it's the same kind of deal, could lead to a whole explosion of industries and jobs that right now we can't even imagine.
So maybe instead of freaking out, we should be thinking, okay, what skills do I need to learn to, like, thrive in this AGI world? That's kind of cool when you think about it.
It is. It's like we're standing on the edge of something, you know?
Yeah.
We know it's big, but we don't have the map yet.
Exactly. Part of the adventure, right? Though, gotta admit, it does make you wonder about the timeline for all this. Are we talking years, decades, centuries before this AGI is, like, actually a thing? Should I be prepping for retirement or, like, a robot uprising?
$1 million question, right? And the honest answer is nobody really knows.
Oh, come on.
I'm serious. The research we looked at, there were timelines all over the place. Some said just a few decades. Others were talking centuries.
So it could be like the next iPhone or something that totally changes society, like, hundreds of years from now.
Exactly. Some experts are saying, look at how fast technology is changing already, especially stuff like machine learning, neuroscience. They're saying those breakthroughs could mean AGI happens way sooner than we think.
Okay, so what are some signs then? Like, how do we know if we're actually getting close? What should we be looking out for?
Well, one biggie would be an AI that can actually understand us when we talk, like, for real. And I don't just mean, like, following commands, but actually having a back and forth, getting the nuances, even predicting what you're going to say next.
So less like talking to a chatbot, more like, I don't know, a really smart friend.
Exactly. Another one would be if these AIs could just, like, learn on the fly. Adapt without needing mountains of data or us humans babysitting them constantly. Think of a robot that walks into a totally new place and just figures it out, like adapts just like we do.
That's kind of freaky, but also amazing. Though it does make you think of, like, the downsides. We've all seen the sci-fi movies where the AI gets too smart, right? Is that a real risk that this AGI could turn on us? Should we be stocking up on canned goods, building bunkers?
I get it. Those stories can mess with your head for sure. And yeah, super intelligent machines, that's something to think about. But remember, AGI, it's still something we design. How we build it, how we program it, That's going to shape how it behaves.
So it's less about robots taking over and more about us making sure we're building them the right way from the start.
Exactly. Think of it like raising a kid. You teach them good values, right? You give them a good environment, set boundaries. Chances are they'll turn out all right.
Okay, that's a good analogy. So less fear of the tech itself, more about being careful about what we build into it right from the beginning.
Absolutely. And that's what we need to be thinking about now, like today, not when AGI is at our doorstep. The choices we make now with research, development, how we use it especially, those choices will echo for generations.
We're basically writing the rule book for a game we haven't even started playing yet.
Good way to put it. And the stakes are huge. That's why it's so important for everyone to be part of this conversation, not just like the techie people. AGI's future, it's not going to be decided in some lab. This is something we'll all figure out together.
So we've talked about the good stuff AGI could bring, the job stuff, which is still up in the air, even the robot apocalypse. Why not? But let's bring it back down to earth for a sec. For the average person listening to this right now, it's fascinating, but it's also a lot, isn't it?
Oh, totally. It's like drinking from a fire hose, all this info. But here's the main thing. AGI, it's coming, ready or not. And the best way to get ready isn't building bunkers, it's building understanding.
So what does that even look like? Should we all be learning to code, like taking robotics courses? What do we do?
Those things can't hurt, for sure. But honestly, the biggest thing is to just stay informed. Read articles, listen to, well, shows like this one. Talk about it. The more we all understand about AGI, the better we'll be at dealing with it when it gets here and actually shaping what it looks like.
So knowledge is power,
Yeah.
especially with something this big.
Exactly. And hey, who knows? Maybe by learning about it, by asking the right questions, we can even nudge this whole AGI thing in a direction that's good for everyone, right?
It really is like we're all part of this giant experiment figuring out the rules as we go, huh?
In a way, yeah. Exciting, but kind of scary too, right?
No kidding. But hey, that means there's a huge opportunity here too, right? I mean,
Right.
we're not just talking about the future of technology, we're talking about the future of, well, everything.
Exactly.
So like, what does that future even look like? If AGI does happen, how will it, actually change things for people day to day?
Hard to say for sure, but we can make some guesses. Imagine having like an AI assistant that knows you better than you know yourself, handles your schedule, your money, even helps you make decisions based on what you care about most, your goals.
Like having a super-powered personal assistant, therapist, and life coach all in one, that's kind of wild.
Totally. And that's just the beginning. AGI could revolutionize education, healthcare, transportation, entertainment. I mean, pretty much everything, right?
Okay, now we're getting back to that mind-blowing territory. But it also begs the question, like, what does it even mean to be human if machines can outthink us in every way?
Big questions, right?
Yeah.
Philosophers have been trying to figure that out forever. But I think with AGI getting closer, it's something we're all going to be wrestling with. What makes us special? What are we good at? What do we value? Those are things we need to figure out both on our own and as a society.
And maybe, just maybe, facing those questions head on will teach us even more about what it means to be human, right?
I'd like to think so. Because at the end of the day, technology, it's a tool. What we build, how we use it, that's on us.
So it all comes back to us, huh?
It always does.
So, to everyone listening, keep asking those big questions, stay curious, and stay engaged. The future of AGI, it's being written right now, and we're all part of writing it.